Hey guys, just wanted to share a couple of my favorite pen holders and what I recommend to my students, especially if you're just beginning to start calligraphy. So these two are the popular go-to pen holders that I recommend for absolute beginners if you're just dabbling into calligraphy or just starting off. You don't need to spend like a couple $100 on a good holder, but these work really well. This is the dual workshop holder and this is the oblique holder. So they both have the metal flange, which is highly recommended just so you can adjust the nib into the flange appropriately. So the tip of this nib should align to the middle of this base. And the metal flange really helps to do that because it's open on both sides. But the reason why it's called dual holder is because you can use it as a straight or an oblique holder. So as you can see here, when you look closely on the top part, you'll notice that there is a slit for the flange, but there's also this inner circle. And so this is where you'll be able to insert the nib as a straight holder. So just to quickly demo that. So when you're changing out the nib, you want to take out the flange. I personally find that it's easier to switch out the nibs like this instead of keeping it in the holder. So if you have trouble taking out the nib, you can just take this whole flange out. Then you can lightly open it up, keep it open with the finger, and then hold the base, push it up, and then slide that nib out. And while you keep this open, you can then insert this nib back in here. And it's easier to put in because it's very loose, it's not that tight. Okay, so once you do that, you're gonna just pinch this end of the flange, and then right where you see the slit, you're gonna just slide it back in there like that. And then from here, you can adjust and make sure that the tip of this nib is aligned to the middle of this holder. In order to use this as a straight holder, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take it out, but this time, when you take out the nib, you're just going to insert it directly into one of the inner circle in here. Okay, so as you can see, slides in pretty easily, and you never want to push in the nib with the tip because it can break or you see how flexible the tip is. So you just want to make sure, I usually hold it at the bottom while sliding it in. Or if you have one of these pliers, this is also a great way to kind of adjust your nib or to put it in and out of the holder. Okay, so you can use a plier or I just use my fingers. You can just slide that in and out. So these are my holders that I include in my starter kits as well as for my workshops for my students. I start off with this dual workshop holder. If you like a little bit of like color, or this one is just a couple dollars more than this one, the black one, and it comes in different colors that you can mix and match. And so this particular holder is great because it comes with this inner compartment where you can actually store nibs. So, you know, if you are on the go and you want to carry nibs and you don't have a separate case for that, this is a great holder to store nibs, as well as an inexpensive holder to also practice calligraphy with. There you go. So same thing with the dual workshop holder. This holder also, you can take out the entire flange and you can open it up to loosen up the nib to go in and out. And then put it back in. Okay, so we're gonna slide this part back in the hole. Okay, you wanna make sure that you pinch it in this part so that it goes in. Just want to make sure you push it down all the way here. Okay, then you have these Craftsman holders, and these are stationary flange. They don't come in and out of the holder. They're pretty much glued permanently into the holders. As you can see, this particular holder, it's not movable. And usually I find that the craftsmen are adjusting this flange to fit like a variety, not a variety of nibs, but a group of nibs. And so if something is adjusted to hold a Leonard or Anikoji, then usually those nibs with similar arch as well as shape of the base of the nib will fit on these type of holders. So these are great as well. This is a wooden holder. I have yet to find a wooden dual workshop holder, just because with the material, I believe that it would increase the cost of this particular holder. So I have a couple of these that I usually use for particular nibs for each holder. And then this one is a holder that has the adjustable screw on the flange. And I recommend this one at least to have one of these in your toolbox, because as you experiment with different nibs, they come in different sizes, and the shape of this angle here, this arch of the bottom of the nibs can vary. So this particular flange is very helpful so that you can easily unscrew this part and you just slide it out. And then even if you were to use like this really small nib here that we just put inside this one, you can just slide that here, hold it at the bottom here, and then you're just gonna screw it tight so that it holds it into place. And so if you like trying different nibs and you're looking for a holder that is going to work for a lot of nibs, then you would definitely want to purchase one of these metal flange holders with the screw on it. So hopefully this helps just to break down a little bit further of the different kind of holders that you may see in the market. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If not, I'll talk to you guys again soon.